Hi fellow makeup fiends, so today I'm doing a haul for you. It's in a slightly different format. I haven't got my face on camera today. I'm losing a few subscribers. Maybe they're sick of seeing my face, maybe they think I'm horrible to look at. No, just kidding. I'm actually just about to go and get on the treadmill, so I've literally just scooped my hair back up and I've got no makeup on, and I'm not really planning on going anywhere today, so I didn't really want to put a face of makeup on. But I really wanted to do this video, so you know, I hate it when people say, oh, I haven't got this and I can't show you because I've left it somewhere else. I feel like it's kind of lazy to kind of do it this way, but in the same instance, I really want to get this haul up because there's something in here that I really just have to show you. In fact, two amazing products. So I didn't want to wait. So I'm going to get on with this haul and hopefully you enjoy it this way. I'm not going to do them all this way. This is just simply because of circumstances. So the first thing I'm going to show you is not exactly ultra exciting, but it's this from Garnier. And this is the Ultimate Blends shampoo. This is the Colour Illuminator one, and this has got argan oil and cranberry in it. And as you can see, it's an absolutely mahoosive bottle. It's a 400ml size. This is £4 at Sainsbury's, but at Asda at the moment, this is on offer for £2, and it's huge, and it smells totally amazing. And I used it on my hair, and I thought my hair felt really nice afterwards, and the smell, oh, just gorgeous. And they've got the full range on there and offer at the moment, so definitely go and check that out. They've got lots of different ones. In fact, I'm really tempted to get the one that's coconut and cocoa butter in because it smells amazing. So, but that's that, and that's like the boring thing. The next thing I'm going to get onto is huge. Well, it's not huge, but it's kind of taking up a lot of space because I have something to compare with it for you. So I got this from eBay. Now this is the HD Brows, and it is the Pro Eyebrow Palette. Now, I've been eyeing this on a website for quite some time now, but it's £30, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to pay that. I've already got brow kits, I can't justify it. Can't afford £30 on just like a brow kit. So I just thought, oh well, you know, never mind, I'll just leave it. But then a lot of people have been hauling HD Brows products. And I was like, okay, right. So they're appearing on market stalls and things. So I thought, well, obviously something's happened here. So I checked out the HD site, and they've basically just rebranded the logo. So they've got rid of all of the stock that has this original logo on it, and it's now a little different. And they've got a lot of new products on their site, and I assume that's why they've done it, because they've introduced lots of new products to the line. So obviously they're needing to get rid of old stock. So I went onto eBay and had a bit of a shop around, and I found this for £9, and that was inclusive of postage. This cost me £9. I cannot believe it. You get 6 shades in here. What's great about HD Brows is their palettes, actually, the brow palettes, they're great for eyeshadow as well as brows, because there are 2 colours in there that really, they don't work well for brows. I mean, you'd have to have very pale or very dark brows, but they don't work for me, so I actually use them as the dark one I use as an eyeliner just along the lash line. It looks amazing. And the lighter colour I sometimes use in my crease. So yeah, they always have those 2 colours in there. And so if you try out the brow colours, they actually make really, really beautiful eyeshadows. So you could actually just purchase this as an eyeshadow palette if you like the colours. Anyway, I'm waffling on. What I will say though is, in here you get 6 shades and they're 4.75 grams each. And in the original palettes, they actually are only 2 grams. Now, I have the original palettes here to show you. I always forget the middle one. I think it's Vamp. This is Foxy. So the top 2 shades you always get, and then that one's Foxy. This one is better for me than that one, but I still use them both. I tend to change the colour of my brows, but because I've got dyed hair, I feel I can do that. So I do dark brows sometimes, I do ombre brows, so I'll use both colours. This one is Vamp, which is a lot darker. This one I don't use quite so much. These colours are very dark and a bit too much for me, unless I'm doing something like a really vampy look. So I don't use this one quite so much, but I do love this one though. But this one, no, not so much. But I will show you a quick sort of pigmentation example. Look at that, it's amazing. And I've just swatched that on the back of my hand. And as you can see, so incredibly pigmented. Absolutely gorgeous. I love them as eyeshadows, and that is blended, so they do blend beautifully as well. And then this one at the end, which is my favourite, is Bombshell. So I think this one obviously is the blonde one. Foxy, I imagine, is redheads. Vamp is for brunettes, and Bombshell is for blondes. But as you can see, this is my most used. It's totally battered. Absolutely love these shades. So that's those 3. And then this is the palette. Now, as you can see in here, the lid is a huge mirror. But you do get these like two shades. Now, they did actually look like this originally, because if you notice, this shade here does not look the same as it does here or here. But it looks more like it does there because I've not really used that one. So yeah, they're different once they're swatched. But my favourite colours are in here. So you've got like these three. I'll use those for definite. And then I absolutely love this shade. So I was really pleased that was in. And then you get a warmer toned one. So that is what it looks like. It's amazing. And it's over twice the amount that you get in each pan in here. So literally, if you just use this as a brow palette, you could just use this forever. It's probably going to just last you forever, because I can't remember the first time we got HD brows in a glossy box, but I know it was quite a long time ago, at least over a year, and that is how much I've used. So, you know, I think that it's really, really good how long they last, and I just use HD brows every day. I've tried other kits. I've got Urban Decay in my drawer, I've got Fashionista, I've got 17, so I've got 3 other brow kits in there, and I've got a MAC brow gel. But these HD brows are the ones that I reach for the most, because I just absolutely love the finish of them. I just think they're fantastic. So I had to share that with you, because £9 for that, whereas these were £20 originally. And I think that the new brow palettes are long and thin, and they come with a wax in them. I'm hoping Glossybox are going to feature some things new from the range, but the new ones are still £20, so it's quite expensive, but they are the best brow powder in my opinion. And these will make beautiful eyeshadows as well. So I'm really, really chuffed with this purchase for £9. Now, what you do have to watch out for, you can be a bit worried, oh no, is this fake? Because sometimes the lettering actually scratches off. Let me see. I'm sorry these are so grubby. So as you can see, Foxy is on there. And if I scratch it, it just comes off. So the way that they're printed on is not very good. Now this is official. This one actually came from a glossy box. All 3 of these came from beauty boxes. So yeah, don't worry if it scratches off. But of course this is a pro palette, which is why it's got the 6 colours in. It might not be useful for you if you don't want to use all of them, but there are some similarities in the top colours. So you could probably get away with using quite a few of them. And even if you didn't, this is great along the lash line as an eyeliner instead of a pencil or a liquid or a gel, and just beautiful eyeshadows. So even if you just wanted to use it as an eyeshadow palette, it's well worth £9. I will list the seller of this below if they still have stock of this in, because it's a really, really good bargain. And on the topic of HD brows, the lovely Vinny, little my style guru, sent me some HD brows goodies to try out, which was really lovely of her. She sent me the powder foundation. This is in shade 2, as you can see. Yes, I have been using it. It's lovely, and you can actually see there's a dint in it already because I've used it every day since she sent it to me. It's lovely. I wouldn't use this as a foundation, this is what it's meant to be, but it is a very thick powder, and it actually totally reminds me of Benefit's Get Even, which is also a very thick powder. So what I've actually been doing is either putting a tinted moisturiser on or a BB or CC cream and just putting the powder over the top rather than wearing a foundation as well, just for a slightly lighter look, and it's really, really nice. I mean, it's super, super creamy, it's gorgeous, it blends beautifully. So I absolutely love that. So thank you very much for that, Vinny. But she was also very naughty and she sent me the bronzer, which is actually really, really lovely. I don't use these with the bronzer, but I just keep them in there because it's handy. Bronzer shade 2, which is also very nice. Got to have a light hand, very, very pigmented. And she also sent me, because she's really naughty, this blusher, and I think this one's in shade 2 as well. And I took the sponge out of this one, but there it is. Oh, this is just incredibly pretty. It's pinky, it's peachy, it's got a glow to it, it's just gorgeous. So thank you very much, Vinny. So I had to include them in this video. Technically not hauled, but I definitely wanted to mention them. So what I'm actually going to do with this brow palette now is I'm going to put it back in its box. It's kind of why I haven't swatched it, because I'm going to put it in the stock drawer. I don't actually need it out now, but once I finish that other palette and those 2 colours are gone, I will get this out more than likely, and I may just use the other shadows as eyeshadows and then just stick to using this as a brow palette. But I don't want to start using this now when I don't really need to. So moving on, we're going to talk about some nail varnishes. So the first two that I'm going to mention are from Barry M. These are new ones from the Jelly Polish range, which I actually really like. I didn't care for the blue very much. I thought it was incredibly washed out and just not really a great deal of colour. And I got these two instead. I got Rose Hip, which is the pink. It's actually the shade I've got on today. Sorry about the messy nails. So that is the colour. Really, really beautiful. I've been wanting a very, very soft baby pastel pink like this for such a long time. I'm really, really pleased with that. And these were buy one, get one half price. And then the other one is Sugar Apple, which is just this gorgeous, very pale green, which I also think is beautiful. I've wanted a pastel green for ages. I got the Barry M mint ice cream one, but it's just too dark. That's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. So really, really pleased with that. Also at Superdrug they had this product here. This is Models Own Dry. Now I've had OPIs dry before and I just went through the bottle. I'm very clumsy with nails and I get a bit impatient waiting for them to dry. So I like this. You drip it onto your nail and it actually helps them dry quicker and seals the colour in better, and it's much better for me because yeah, I'm not a massive one for painting my nails, and I think the length of time it sometimes takes it to dry puts me off in painting them anyway. So I got this. Now, this is £5. It actually comes with this lid on it and with the dropper inside the packaging. But once you get it, you can just pop the dropper on there and leave it on. And yeah, I got this before, but literally I got it from Boots and there was like a tiny bit in the bottom, which just, I took it back. It was obviously an error. It had been left next to heat, so don't put this near a heat source, I would say, because you may find that it'll dry up. Obviously it's a drying product, so maybe that had something to do with it. But this is £5 each, but it was 2 for £8, so I just picked up 2 of these because I absolutely love this product, and I will go through this because every time I paint my nails I actually use it, so it was worth it to get the 2. Next from Superdrug I have some Models Own. It was 3 for 2, so I picked up 9 items because I wanted to get these, and there was some lip products I also wanted to pick up. I'm not going to go into massive detail about these because I have a blog post and you can check that out. This one is called Dove, which is blue. And I've actually swatched it on my video, on my blog post, over pastel shades and just with these because it does make a huge difference to the colour. This one is Magpie, which is a lovely green. They are sort of dirty pastels in that they do look like eggs. Eggs aren't like a bright pretty pastel, they're more of a dirty pastel. This one is Dove, which is a lovely pink. This one is Swan, a lovely lilac. And the last one is a yellow, and that one is called Goose. So that's those. Like I said, I'm not going to dwell on those too long because I have a blog post and I really would like to get a bit more traffic on my blog. So the other things that I got were actually these lip crayons. I love these chunky lip crayons at the moment. I just think they're amazing. So I picked these up in the 3 for 2. Right, I can't remember the names exactly, but I am going to blog about them. I think this one's called Pretty Pink, and I'll do swatches in a second. I want to say that one's Relentlessly Red or Ravishing Red. I will try and put some pictures in for you just with the names on. This one is Red Devil and this one is Very Berry, and I'm just going to swatch them on my hand and show them. And I thought I'd share these lashes. They actually came from River Island. They're from a brand I haven't heard before called Nazila. These are silver lining. So they've actually got like this sparkly band on them. I think they're really pretty and they were £3 in the sale, so I got those when I ordered some clothing. Really, really love them, they're really pretty. So going back to Superdrug, I've got these 2 things which I got from Gosh. Now I've actually had these around at least over 2 weeks because I actually got them quite some time ago. Not everything is like what I've just got. This is like over the last 6 weeks. Yeah, so I tend to save things up to do one big sort of haul rather than do lots of little dribs and drabs. So this powder here is really, really nice. Now I actually I had a bit of a giggle to myself. A lot of people were talking about Wayne Goss and his amazing idea of putting a powder on before you put foundation, and then I checked his video out, and this actually came out prior to him releasing that video, and that's why I had a bit of a giggle about it, because that is basically what this is. So I think people were thinking, wow, Wayne's had this fabulous new idea, and I don't know. He didn't. This came out before he actually put that video up, but the concept of this powder is what he is talking about, and it actually is perfect. So it was great that he did a video on that, because he showed you how to do this. Even if you don't have this powder, you can do this with any kind of loose powder, though the more finely milled powder the better, because it actually works better if the powder is incredibly finely milled, as this powder is. So onto this powder anyway. This is the Gosh Priming Set, which is a primer and mattifying setting powder. It's a 2-in-1, and basically what you can do, you put this on before foundation. You can wear it, well, it's kind of three things really. You can wear it on its own, because it kind of blurs the appearance of anything on your skin. If you have a nice complexion, you could probably wear it that way. Also, the other thing that you can do is actually put this on before foundation, because it works as a perfect priming agent. And the other thing you can do is actually put it on top of your foundation or your makeup, and it creates a matte, it's like a matte powder that just sets everything in place. So I'm just going to open this and show you what it's like. So that is what it looks like. As you can see, it is just incredibly fine. You can see there, very, very finely milled. It literally just blends straight out. It's a really, really gorgeous powder. I absolutely love it. And I have been using this since I got it, and putting this on before I put my other products on top, because I don't like a matte finish to my makeup, because I prefer more of a glow. So I've actually been using this before I apply my foundation and things, and I absolutely love it. And I've been using this every time I put makeup on for the last couple of weeks. So it's just fantastic stuff. This is $9.99, this retails for, and it's just a really great product. I would definitely repurchase this. I've been really impressed. The next thing that I got, because gosh was buy one half get one half price, was this eyeshadow pencil. I did take a look at the other colours at the time, but there was nothing that really grabbed me. This one's called Plum. So this is just one of those sort of pencil sort of eyeshadows, and it's really creamy, and I'm just going to give it a swatch. So that's it there. So it's one of those colours that kind of changes as you move, because you catch the shimmers on top of it, but it's just so incredibly pretty. It's got, I don't know if you can see that, it's kind of got like sort of pink and silver shimmers on the top of it. It's just gorgeous. I haven't actually used it yet, but I can't wait to, because I think it's really, really pretty. And it's called Forever Eyeshadow, Metallic Eyeshadow, I think that says stick, and it's waterproof. So, and it's in number 6, Plum. The next two things are also from Superdrug, and they are from Tanya Burr, and they're another two of her lip glosses. I love Tanya's lip glosses. I think they're fantastic. And I got Picnic in the Park and Just Peachy. They're really, really pretty, and they're very pigmented. That's what I love about them. I've got Exotic Island and Vampire Kiss. The colour is amazing. Sometimes you get glosses and you think, oh, it's so pretty in the tube, and then you swatch it and it's like just has very, very little colour, and it's really disappointing. But not with Tanya's lip glosses. They are just so incredibly pigmented. They're upside down. They're very, very pigmented and very, very pretty. So I'm just going to do a quick swatch of those for you. So there you go. You can see they're very glossy. They're not very sticky. I don't feel like they're super sticky on me. You've got Just Peachy on the left and Picnic on the Park on the right. Very, very pigmented, beautiful colours, and they smell like strawberry popping candy to me. I absolutely love the smell of these. So those are the Tanya Burr lip glosses. Now, I don't have a shortage of loose powders at the moment, but I wanted to pick this one up. Now, this powder was originally called One. You may have seen it in an empties of mine. It's an amazing, amazing powder. It's called a professional finishing powder now. Not One, but it does refer to it as being One on the site. So it doesn't come in one colour. It's a universal colourless ultra-fine powder. I always really, really bigged this powder up, and I thought it was fantastic. So that's what it looks like. It almost looks peachy, but when it blends out in the skin, it doesn't have colour at all. It just is amazing. I think it just blends to any colour. I'm not going to open this actually, because I do have other loose powders on the go. Now, this is not like the Gosh Prime and Set where I use that under. This is what I would choose to use over makeup. So for me, it's worth it to have two different loose powders because this is an over makeup powder. You could use this under though because it is so finely milled, it would work really well. And I actually like the new packaging. I mean, the old packaging was really nice, but this just looks really, really fantastic. So yeah, that is that. This is a limited edition palette from Sleek and it's called the Del Mar palette. This is volume 1, very exciting. Obviously we're going to get another volume, hopefully that will be soon. And this is the limited edition packaging. I don't normally get that when you order straight from Sleek, but yeah, it's nice. I mean, it's going to go in the bin, so it really means nothing, but it is pretty. Now, like most limited editions, it does have printed on the front, Del Mar limited edition. It doesn't say volume 1, and it's the usual Sleek, and it's a little bit marked because I've been using it. Well, not using it, but I swatched it for my blog. And this is it. Ladies, if you only buy one palette at the moment, my goodness, this is so beautiful. There are 2 shades in here that are slightly disappointing, but everything else is fantastic. I can honestly say there are a number of colours in here that I don't actually own. I have things that are similar but not quite. They're very, very pigmented. I love these 3. These 3 will make a beautiful combination together on the eye, as will these 3. Look at that colour. And these 3 are very pretty also. Now there's the disappointing shades slightly are this one, and it's more about swatchability, and this one. They've got a little bit of shimmer. This would make a perfect crease colour, but it is shimmery, so it would be a shimmery crease, but it's not very pigmented. And this one's not very pigmented, but it is a beautiful colour. So I actually still really like it. So on the top row, you have got Lounge Lovers, Poolside, Sunset Strip, Ambience, Chilled Out, and Blue Marlin. And then on the bottom you've got Opening Party, On the Rocks, Talamanca, Feel Euphoric, Balearic Beat, and Paradise. It's beautiful. You definitely have to check this out. Oh my goodness, I opened it and I was just so pleased. They're so, so beautiful. I'm going to put photos at the end of the swatches for this, and I'm also going to do a blog post on this. So I got these from Savers. I actually went in and I got the Garnier My Colour Water because the lovely Salwat told me it was on offer in there, so she said go and get it. So it was a couple of pounds cheaper. So I was really grateful for that, thank you. So yeah, I picked that up, and at the same time I had to have a little bit of a look around. I picked up some lashes by Head Candy. They're actually by Allure, but they're Head Candy. I love these. I've had these before with the blue on and the little stones. So I picked up a packet of them. I can't remember how much they were. They weren't more than £2. And then I picked this up because it was at the counter as I was paying. And I just, oh, denim, I can do my denim nails with this as well. And I like that this had silver accessories rather than gold. So what you get is you get this sort of pen. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. I'm going to go back and see if they've got any more in different like sort of colours. This is actually flocking in this end. It's actually gorgeous, really, really dark. And then in the middle is this polish. And it actually comes with a brush, but it also comes with like the nail art tip. So you could do nail art with it, and it's not just like limited to just being a polish. And I really quite like those sort of tips. So that's what you get. I think I paid $1.99 for this, which is crazy. And then these are your little accessories. So you get studs, and then you get little sort of diamantes, and then you get these little, what are they? Like little stars and things. Really, really nice. I'm really, really pleased. I didn't realise that had flocking in one end. I thought it was just nail polish. So yeah, that's an impressive little kit for $1.99, I think. From Fragrance Direct, I got some Ciate nail things that were actually very cheap. I can't remember the exact prices. This was either $3.99 or $4.99. And this one is the sequin nail, which I just thought was really nice. I just thought it'd be really quite nice for like a signature nail. So just doing like maybe an index finger with those would look really, really pretty. So just to show you that one open, oh, sorry, I'm focusing. You get an absolutely huge jar of sequins there. It's massive. And then this is the special glitter glue, like it's a grip. So I suppose it's extra sticky. Get like a little brush. So that's what's inside the sequin one. I also got this one. I've been meaning to do a denim effect nail tutorial forever, and I actually am going to do 2 now in one video. So I'm going to do one with this one, which I think this was $3.99, and this one is the denim nails. This one actually opens up so you can see what you get, and I love the polish on its own anyway, so it's just really worth it just for that polish. But you do get like the little studs. I picked up 2 of these. I actually really quite like the velvet manicures. I've got a nail collection video coming up, so I'm going to show you everything that I've got in my nail collection at the moment so you'll be able to see. But I think that these are really nice. I've got a number of flock and powders. I do want to start doing a bit more with my nails, so that's why I kind of invested in these. I think these were either $3.99 or $4.99, which is worth it for the polish alone. It's really worth it because look at the amount of flock and powder that you get. I mean, you get an absolutely massive amount, and it's an incredibly beautiful colour. I thought this would look really good with the denim manicure, because I thought we could do like denim on not all of the nails and then do like a velvet nail as well. But the nail polish is so intense blue. I just love the nail polish. So I don't know, I just thought it was even just worth it just for the nail polish alone, because it's such an inky blue colour. The other one that I got was Mink, which I just thought was really pretty as well. Again, $3.99 or $4.99, I can't exactly remember the price. So there you go. So I really like the colour of this nail varnish, it's really nice, but I love the colour of this flock and powder. It's gorgeous. It's a perfect mink colour, and like I say, you just get an absolute ton of flock and powder in there. I think that's really, really good value. And then the one that was just my favourite of all of the ones I got, I think this was $4.99 or $5.99, can't exactly remember, but this is the Emerald collection. I think this retailed for something ridiculous like £30. But in here, you get a beautiful nail polish. It's a gorgeous colour. But then you get the beads, the caviar beads, you get the sequins, and you get the flock and powder, and then you get all the little tools that you need that go with that. So there you go. That is so pretty. It's a lot more vibrant in person, I would say, but gorgeous. I really quite like the caviar beads, but you've got to be very careful with them, so I'd say they're more of a special occasion thing, and you couldn't probably wear them more than one day. I've actually got caviar beads that I got off eBay, and I'm going to show you those in my nail polish collection, because I don't think I've ever done it, and I've just done a mass tidy out of the nail polish drawer, so I'm definitely going to share it with you. So that's it, everybody. That is today's haul. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Please check out my blog to check out these speckled eggs, and a blog post will go up on this shortly. And yeah, that's it for now. So hopefully you've enjoyed this. If you have, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. I'm going to love and leave you and see you all soon. Bye.